That phone of yours is killing your weight loss goals. I know, I started off strong, but have you ever wondered, is your screen time causing you insomnia and ultimately affecting your weight loss goals? In today's video, we're gonna look at the facts and determine if your screen time is the reason that you haven't dropped stubborn belly fat, improved your health, and ultimately reached your weight loss goals. My name is Dr. Salako, and I have helped thousands of women lose weight, drop stubborn belly fat, and fall back in love with their bodies. The tips I'm gonna give you in today's video will get you one step closer to reaching your body goals. Now, before we dive in, I would love to know, are you on your phone before you go to bed? If you are, put it in the comments, yes, I'm on my phone before I go to bed. If you have a bedtime routine, indicate in the comments, yes, I have a bedtime routine that doesn't use my phone. All right, I'll be in the comments chit-chatting with y'all. Let's dive into this video. So here's the science behind it. Phone use before bed affects melatonin production. Melatonin is released by our pineal glands when it's time for us to go to bed. The blue light that's emitted from your phones disrupts that cycle. So this is what makes it harder for you to get to bed or sleep and stay asleep. The blue light that's coming from our phones. I know you're automatically thinking I can get blue light glasses. We'll talk about that later in this video. But the melatonin in your body is being affected by the blue light that's being emitted by your phone. What that blue light is essentially telling your body, hey, it's still daytime, it's not nighttime. So that melatonin isn't being produced, and now it's harder for you to fall asleep. When it comes to weight loss, not getting adequate sleep can affect our metabolism. Now, if you're not getting adequate sleep, your metabolism is slower. We're not burning calories as efficiently. We're not absorbing nutrients as efficiently, which sometimes can lead to an increase in weight. You may be thinking to yourself, I'm eating and I'm eating all the right things. But if you're not getting adequate sleep, this may be a reason why your metabolism is slower. So increasing your sleep, putting the phone away for bed, will address your metabolism first. On top of that, now when we look at our hunger hormones, ghrelin, leptin, not getting adequate sleep can skyrocket your appetite and your cravings. Think about the things that you crave when you don't get a good night's rest versus when you slept 6 to 8 hours and you slept a really good night. Your increase in appetite, your increase in hunger hormones is called ghrelin. Ghrelin is the hormone that tells your body that you are hungry. Leptin is the hormone that tells your body that you're full. Typically, when we don't get enough sleep, our ghrelin levels are higher, our leptin levels are lower. This is why we tend to indulge in our comfort foods or crave those fried, fatty, sugary foods when we don't get adequate sleep. It's because our hunger hormones are all out of whack. So this is another reason why we need to make sure that we are getting adequate sleep when it comes to our weight loss goals. Next up, decreased physical activity. This is a simple one. You're not going to work out if you didn't get a good night's rest. Imagine you only slept 4 hours. You are more inclined to skip that morning workout when you only slept 4 hours versus getting a good night's rest where you slept 6 to 8 hours and now you feel amazing. You have the energy, you have the mental capacity to be able to go and work out. Most of the time, for most of us, if we don't get a good night's rest, the first thing that goes out the window is our plans to exercise. So if you are struggling with consistency and showing up, a good night's rest changes all of that. The last point that people often overlook is our stress and our cortisol levels. You're stressing your body out by not getting enough sleep because now your body doesn't have time to recover, to recuperate, to restore and replenish because we're not getting enough sleep. So your body never really gets time to reset. And now our stress levels are higher. Our cortisol levels are higher. Our irritability levels are higher. But you want your body to go lose weight. You want your body to produce. You want your body to show up at a high capacity. You want your body to exercise, but you're not giving it a time to recover. It's like you going to work and they keep placing things on your to-do list and placing tasks and never giving you time to actually work on them or to process or recover from them. You're asking your body to do the same thing, but you're not giving it time to recover. So you got to make sure you're getting that rest. I want to give you 5 action steps that are going to help you improve your sleep and ultimately reach your weight loss goals. These action steps are the same ones that I gave one of my clients. Her name is Dawnine. I gave her these action steps and her sleep significantly improved and her weight is dropping week by week. One of the action steps that I gave her when she joined the program, she was taking melatonin every night, melatonin gummies to allow her to get to sleep. And she wasn't even sleeping throughout the entire night. Imagine you're probably someone who takes melatonin gummies now, whether it's not the gummies, it could be the pill, but you take melatonin often to be able to get to sleep. And your body now is getting prone to it. And if you don't take melatonin, you're not falling asleep. Or you have to take higher dosages and you're finding that each month your dosage has to increase because your body's getting used to the supplementation of melatonin. The 5 action steps that I'm about to show you and tell you about, she implemented, and now she's sleeping amazing. Her sleep is much better. We don't need no supplementation for her to get to sleep. And now her cravings are better. Her appetite is better. She's losing weight. Her metabolism is better. So all the things I'm about to tell you about, she implemented and she was able to reach her weight loss goals. Now, before I dive into those, if you would like help with the implementation, because I'm going to give you information, but if you need help with the implementation, I want you to go ahead and book a clarity call. Booking that clarity call gives you an opportunity to talk to me and my team so that we can help you develop a customized plan, not only to improve your sleep, but to allow you to reach your weight loss goals. I know you're tired of doing things on your own. I know you're tired of struggling. I know you're tired of guessing, am I doing this right? But the scale isn't budging. The effort is there, but the results aren't. I want to make sure that you get your result. So click the info card popping up. Go ahead and book that clarity call so that we can set aside 15 minutes to talk. It's a free clarity call. I just want to have a conversation to see how to get you from where you are to your goal. Action step number 1, we got to establish a curfew. We have curfews for everything else. You got a time that you need to get up. You got a time that you get off work. You got a time you got to get the kids to bed by. But when it comes to sleep, you just pop in bed and expect it to happen. We need to establish a curfew when it comes to sleeping. We need to establish a curfew when it comes to our phone use. One of the things that I do whenever I'm off work towards the end of the day, around 8 to 9 o'clock, I put my phone on do not disturb. This allows the notifications to decrease and keeps me from being on my phone as much. On top of that, as it's time for me to go to bed, I try to put the phone away. So around 10 o'clock, 10:30, that's where that blue light, I don't need the blue light messing up my sleep. That's where my body starts to unwind and get into a rhythm so that melatonin can be released. So you got to put yourself on a curfew. Maybe for you, that's 10 o'clock. Maybe for you, that's 11 o'clock. Figure it out where you can put the phone down and establish a routine to where now I'm able to sleep 6 to 8 hours each night, because my phone isn't keeping me from doing that. So you gotta put that curfew on your phone use. Next up is using the night mode features that your phone has. I'm an Apple user, so every night at 10:30, it goes into do not disturb mode. Rather than being on the blue light, it switches to the yellow light. Now, this is where some people go wrong. Just because your phone switches from blue light to yellow light, it doesn't mean stay on your phone, because now you're still having brain activity going. You're still having other hormones and endorphins and things being released based off of what you're looking at on your phone. Let's say it's time for you to go to bed. Now you see it's one TikTok, and then it's another TikTok. It's one Instagram video and it's another Instagram video. Next thing you look up, 30 minutes have passed. And though that feel-good hormone was being released, and now you're at a deep dive looking at cat videos at 1 a.m, but you're supposed to be sleeping. Just because the blue light is gone, you still got to put the phone away, because that's going to affect your sleep. Use the tools that are on your phone. The nighttime mode is really great. It does a little dinger, honor that, and put the phone away once that mode goes on. Your notifications go off once that mode goes on. And this can be your time to, if you're watching TV, maybe it's not time for you to go to bed yet, but you're using this time to unwind. This will help us with our stress management. Going back to the first thing, we improve our stress management. Cortisol levels decrease. Now we are putting our body in a good capacity to be able to lose the weight. Step number 3, we need to establish a bedtime routine. You have a routine for everything. You got a hair care routine. You have a face washing routine. You have a breakfast making routine. We have routines for everything. You got a nail routine, a haircut. We have routines for everything, but you don't have a routine for when it's time to go to bed. Why is that? We think we can just pop in bed and our body will say, hey, it's nighttime, let's go to bed. We'll fall asleep easily. It's been proven that that doesn't work for you, right? So we need to make sure we establish a bedtime routine. At this time, I'm gonna go into my bed. I'm either going to get off the phone and journal, or I'm gonna lay in silence, or I'm gonna listen to music. I'm gonna start winding down. We need to establish a bedtime routine. We do it with kids. Think about your kids. If you're someone who has kids, we try to make sure they go to bed at the same time so their body can start to get used to it. Because in their earlier stages of development, they have no sense of time. So we try to make sure, hey, let's get them in bed at this time. Let's take a nap at this time so their body can get into a rhythm and expect it. But for us as adults, we know time, yet we ignore it. And we don't allow our bodies to develop a routine. There was a period of time, even now, my sleep is kind of thrown off because we have a newborn. But there was a period of time around 10:30 each night I start to get sleepy because my body has established a routine. At 10:30, it's time to wind down and go to bed. And consistently around 10:30, my body starts to wind down. I start to get tired because my body has gotten used to the routine. You got to put yourself in a routine and honor it. When you feel yourself getting sleepy, Netflix can wait till the next day. That episode can wait to be finished the next day. Your sleep is more important. If you are finding this video helpful so far, what I need you to do is go ahead and click the info card that's popping up. I created a free 5-video series teaching you how to finally lose the weight and keep it off. Macros is one of the things that I touch on. I also touch on your mindset, how to create the adequate and the proper mindset to not only lose the weight, but become the person that keeps it off. I also touch on things you need to do, like the best exercises for weight loss, the best nutrition and foods to eat for weight loss, on top of a bunch of other secrets that you only get if you go ahead, click the info card, or you can check the description and access that 5-video series. For the last point, we got to make sure we're establishing a sleep-friendly environment. Most of us do not have a sleep-friendly environment. What that looks like: dimming the lights, sleeping in pitch dark if we can, or putting one of those, what is that thing called? Putting one of those eye masks on to allow you to have that darker environment. So putting eye mask on is going to be really great. If not eye mask, trying to get some blackout curtains, but creating a dark environment because your eyes are still functioning and your eyes are still moving while you are asleep. Think about it. Close your eyes now. It's bright. You can still tell that it's bright outside. But if you put your hands over your eyes and close them, it looks different, right? So you got to make sure that you are creating a darker environment. Next, a cool environment. This allows your body to fully rest. Try to go to sleep when it's hot. You never get fully comfortable. You never are able to fully rest. And sometimes some of you may sweat. Now we're losing electrolytes in our sleep and we're not adequately recovering. So a cool environment, because it allows your body to fully relax. And then a quiet environment. If quiet for you is playing nighttime calming music, that's fine. If quiet for you is playing white noise, that's fine. Figure out what your level of quiet is so that your mind can just drift and get into a state of rest. So creating that adequate environment is the most important when it comes to getting adequate sleep. Now, I started to hint to it earlier, 2 quick tools or hacks that you can utilize to help you get better night's rest. Blue light glasses. Blue light glasses are great because they can combat the blue light that comes from our phones. Now, using the blue light glasses, that doesn't give you a pass to not honor our bedtime routine. Doesn't give you a pass to sit on your phone till the wee hours of the night, because again, you're still not getting adequate sleep. The goal of this is to get adequate sleep. But if we want to cut our blue light even earlier in the day, let's say around 7 or once it starts to get dark, I don't want no blue light. My bedtime routine starts at 10:30, but at 7, I put my blue light glasses on to set my body up for that. Perfectly fine. But just because you got the blue light glasses on doesn't mean we can go into the wee hours of the night on the phone because your blue light is being fought. The next one is simple sleep tracking apps. Some sleep tracking apps would be great for you to monitor. Okay, this is when I got to bed. This is when I woke up. Honestly, the iPhones, if you're an iPhone user, it's on there. The bedtime routine, the bedtime reminder, that one will allow you to track. This is when I slept. This is when I woke up. That is the simplest one on your iPhone that you can use. So if you are an iPhone user, highly recommend that you check that out. Just swipe up and you'll see it. But if you're not an iPhone user, for my Androids, I have no solutions. Kidding. Just go to your Google Play Store, type in sleep trackers. There's a bunch that come up. Pick one, utilize it, and that way you'll be able to track where you are and how your sleep is doing. If you apply these action steps, you are guaranteed to improve your sleep, feel amazing, and ultimately reach your weight loss goals. Now that we have our sleep under control, we need to make sure that we are putting the right foods into our body. I created a video the other day giving you the 5 best foods that you must incorporate every single day to ensure that you reach your body goals. I want you to go check that video out, because now our sleep is better, our nutrition is getting better. It's no reason we shouldn't reach our goals. So I'll see you over there. Peace.